Welcome, this is Carrie Schell from On Point Quilter. For this tutorial, I started with a block that was in the previous version of Blockbase, but I couldn't find it in the current version. And so we're going to start by redrafting the block and then using it in a quilt. In your EQ project, on the home screen, select Search for Block Patterns, and then do a search by note card and type in ribbon border. Now that was the name of the original block I was working with Blockbase. I couldn't find the block as designed, but realized that it was a variation of one of these blocks. And one of these I think comes from Blockbase, the other from the EQ library. So either way, you should be able to have this in your library. So go ahead and select one, add it to the sketchbook, and close. And now select a new block, Pieced Easy Draw block. Change the block width and height to 6 by 6. Set your snaps at 6 by 6, and snapping options just snap to grid. Select the line tool and draw a vertical line at 2 inches and a horizontal line at 4 inches. Draw another shorter vertical line at 2 inches and at 4 inches. Select Add to Project Sketchbook, and now select New Block, Create Serendipity, and select Merge Block. On the left, you want to select the block we just drew. On the right, select the ribbon border block. Click on the square in the upper left corner to change the location of the block. Click on the block one time to change the rotation of the block. With one click, the bottom of the V will face outside. Select Add to Sketchbook and close. I would like to include 3 additional versions of the smaller block in the larger block, but I can't do that with Serendipity. View the project sketchbook, and on the Blocks tab, select the merged block and select Edit. Select the Pick tool and drag a box to completely enclose all of the lines in the smaller block. And under Advanced Symmetry, select Clone and move it immediately below. Then clone, rotate 270, and move to the bottom, and then do another clone and move to the right. As long as we move all of the line segments in groups, they will snap into position in the block. Select the Edit tool and select the short horizontal line at 2 inches and select Add Intersections. Then select the vertical line at 4 inches and select Add Intersections as well. Select Refresh Screen, and with the Pick tool, select the 2 shorter horizontal lines at 2 inches and select Delete. Select the short vertical lines at 4 inches and select Delete as well. Select the Color tab and color the block. I chose to use some of the RJR Cotton Supreme solids, which are in the Manufacturing Basics library in EQ. Select Add to Project Sketchbook, and I am going to give you one additional version. All of those inset seams can be a little bit painful to piece. So I'm going to modify the block to get rid of the inset seams, and I'm just going to draw vertical lines at 1 inch and 5 inches. And now I'm hoping you can see how much easier this will be to piece. Select the Color tab and Add to Project Sketchbook. Now select the Quilt worktable and select a new quilt horizontal. Select the Layout tab and change the size of the blocks to 12 inches. Select the Borders tab and change the size of the long horizontal border to 2 inches. Select the Design tab and under Block Tools, Set Block, locate the last block that was drafted and colored. And with the Control or Command key, select one of the spaces on the quilt. Select Hide Show Quilt patch lines to get a better visual of the finished quilt. Tools and color the border, and select Add to Project Sketchbook. Electric Quilt makes it really easy for us to play with rotations. Select Block Tools followed by Symmetry and click on one of the blocks in the quilt. When you see a rotation that you like, select Add to Project Sketchbook. With Symmetry, continue to click on one of the block spaces to find additional rotation options. And again, anything you like, just go ahead and add to Sketchbook. Let me quickly click through some additional rotation options. I am curious which ones would be considered your favorites. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoy drafting the ribbon border block and playing with different rotation options using Symmetry. For additional tips and suggestions on using EQ8, feel free to subscribe to my newsletter at onpointquilter.com.